This program has been brought to you by Animas Mountain Mortgage, Durango's most trusted mortgage lender.
Do you like to invent things? For about a year now, Durango's own Maker Lab has been helping local makers like you create their best work.
Here on Made in Durango, we celebrate our local manufacturers who make things. Do you ever wonder if you could make things with your own hands? Well, right here in town, you can find that out and learn at our very own Maker Lab.
We're called Maker Lab, but a maker space is a community workspace. So kind of imagine the rec center, but instead of with workout equipment, it's tools of invention, rapid prototyping equipment, robotics lab, and all the kinds of things that you can use to pretty much invent, build, or create anything you can imagine. So this is our textile and craft lab. So we have industrial sewing equipment, industrial serger machine, embroidery machine. We have a robotic embroidery machine, and we have a heat press, so you can make t-shirts. We have a lot of outdoor enthusiasts working on backpacks, tents, things like that. So we hope to see some businesses pop up out of even this room.
Very nice.
This is our robotics and electronics lab.
Okay.
So this is where we house soldering irons, desoldering station, oscilloscopes, function generators. Also all the components necessary to build and prototype circuits. So this is our 3D printing lab.
Okay.
And we have 3 3D printers. The Taz LuzBot 6 is kind of our nicer one. And here's an example, a really kind of thin-walled print, and that came off of our Taz 6. Pretty standard wood shop. We got a wood lathe. Everything's pretty run-of-the-mill, planer, table saws, things like that. Except for this, we have a CNC router. So it is an X, Y, and Z gantry, and it's a subtractive manufacturing device. So you plug in your design into a computer program, and you can build three-dimensional objects out of wood, foam, plastics, things like that. We teach a class on this at least once a month, and it gives you the basics of how the machine works and kind of how to build the files out and program the toolpaths. And then you get to have free access to it at 24/7 and have fun, build whatever you want.
So I'm trying to build the world's smallest industrial natural gas compressor. This is a small CNC mill.
It's hard to go out there and buy all that equipment, and so it's a way of people in a community being able to pitch together and have access to more expensive equipment than they otherwise would be able to afford themselves.
So Ellen, I understand you're the newest member of the Maker Lab here in Durango.
Yeah, I joined 2 days ago.
Wow, 2 days ago.
Yeah.
So what have you been doing here for the last 2 days?
Well, I actually belong to a makerspace in the Midwest, which is where I came from. And so I'm sort of continuing some of the projects I was making there. And I used the laser cutter primarily to craft boxes and luminaria. And I cut this on the laser cutter, and this is going to be a box. This is based on an etching that was done in the 1700s. I had to do it in a lot of different computer programs so that it could be used on the laser cutter. So I did a lot of experimenting, and I'm kind of happy with how it turned out.
There's a huge amount of satisfaction to actually think something up, design it, and then actually build it yourself.
Whether you're making a better gas valve or creating art with a laser, Durango's Maker Lab has a makerspace and the equipment to help you turn your ideas into reality. For Made in Durango, I'm Roger Zonoritis.
Membership fees vary based on whether it's an individual or family plan, the user type, and whether it's a monthly or an annual membership. For more information, visit themakerlab.org.